Hey Louise, here's my video for week 6, and I wanted to start out with the good news, which is here's our project assignments and points for the term, and you can see all the yellower assignments that have already been completed and graded, and the gray shaded assignments are the ones due for this week. So, and that leaves the white areas to complete before the end of the term. So starting to see some definite progress, and just it's good to see that you're more than halfway done. So let's look at those 2 gray assignments and see what you have to do this week. So, work for week 6. So for your STEM project, your STEM unit, you're going to continue to work on your lesson plans, populating those other sections. You're going to be turning in rough drafts of those complete lesson plans in a couple more weeks. This week particularly, I want you to add your assessment information. So you're going to be doing a project where you do an assessment plan, which should look familiar since we did these last term as well. So you're going to take that information from your assessment plan and you're going to put it into your lesson plans, and you'll submit those drafts. I'll only be giving feedback on the assessment section. So that's due on the 17th by midnight. So you should have a lesson plan for each day of your unit, your STEM unit, and for each of those they should have you should have transferred all the information from your backward design template into those lessons. And now you're going to add in the assessments. So your technology project this week, just work on, I know you already have taught your STEM lesson, so you won't be adding, in terms of teaching it, you won't be doing that this week, but I would like you to add that as well to your lesson plans. And then, so here's the description of the actual assessment plan. So you're going to use the information that you gain from your research about appropriate assessments, formative and summative assessments for inquiry-based instruction. You're going to hopefully, and again, I know some of this you've already done, but maybe you can think about tweaking or adding in some formative assessments that might be more aligned with what your research showed. So the assessment plan is what you're going to be working on really this week. That's the primary assignment, and so that's here under assessment and instruction. And if you click on the assessment plan assignment, you'll see there's a chart that you're going to be completing. So the chart includes you really demonstrating alignment between your learning targets, your standards, your teaching methods, and your assessments. So in the first column, you're going to put your standards. Those should include all of the standards that you have in your STEM unit. Your learning targets that are actually aligned to those, and then just some brief bullet points of teaching methods you're going to can or did use to teach those targets, and then what was the evidence you collected and how did you collect it, both formatively and summatively for your unit. So again, this should look familiar. We used the same template last term when you did your inquiry unit, so you can look back on that if you need to. So that's the assessment plan. So I would do this assignment first and then go back to that the lesson plans, and then just copy and paste your assessments into the lesson plans. So that's the 2 primary projects, lesson plans and your assessment plan, and then just continue to take a look at the resources on equity. I do want you to choose one underrepresented group of students that you're going to use. Read the NGSS appendices and case studies related to that particular population, maybe more specifically. And your project going forward is going to be to collect some resources that will help you better address the gap in that particular population in your classroom. So you're going to create and gather resources related to serving whatever, let's say you choose ELLs, then you're going to do some research, gather some resources of how to address the gap, particularly in science, with those students. And so that list and the sources will be due in 2 weeks. So just keep kind of plugging away at that. So that's all we have for this week, and I look forward to talking to you on Thursday, and hope you have a good week. Talk to you soon.